my living room.
Okay, we are live. Perfect. Yes. What a day. Have you had a busy day?
Super, super busy. Every day's a busy day when you're a mum and own a business, you know that.
I know. Pete just went out to pick up Tilly from horse riding. He said, at 6 o'clock, can you put the broccoli on? I was like, no, I can't.
Yeah, no, not doing broccoli tonight, sorry.
Crazy.
I sent my guys away to their nan for the night.
Oh my God, you're so good.
Yeah.
That's
Hi,
great.
everyone.
Great that you've got that. Good evening, Broomies. A lot of Broomies there. Everyone is good. We'll just wait for another minute or so just to let people jump on. 6 o'clock we are due to kick off, so we will kick off in about a minute time. Okay, well, I think we'll get started. Hi, Tam. Nice to see you. We'll get started. Welcome, everybody, to our very first Christmas Cracker Nutritional Seminar with Jess. Welcome, Jess. It's lovely to have you with us.
Thank you.
This evening we are going to be talking mostly nutrition, but I just wanted to give a very brief wrap on Cracker for those of you that aren't members and that you have jumped onto the Life and Soul page just to find out a little bit more about Cracker and whether it is for you or not. So Cracker very briefly started in 2006 in Karratha, and we had about 19 members, and over the last 14, 15 or so years it's kind of organically grown, and we've had up to around about 400 participants partake from Derby all the way down to Karratha in Port Hedland and Broome. And over the years we've just kind of reasonably tried to get better at what we do, introduce professionals such as Jess coming on board with nutrition and so forth, and it's just got better and better. We have changed the lives of thousands of people over the years, and I think a lot of people have walked away with lots of different tools to use and moving forward into the new year. So this year, and we all recognise and appreciate that it has been a really tough year, and it has been a tough year for some, and some people are still going through that in Victoria and New South Wales. But this year is just a little bit different to what we normally have in our Christmas Cracker challenges. We are bringing in a really strong mental health theme this year with Kylie-Anne Farrell. She's coming on board. She's the ambassador and founder of Move for Mental Health. So she'll be coming on board and doing a lot of workshops with us around mental health. We've obviously got Jess, who I'll introduce in a minute, with our nutrition. We've also got Nicole Rukins, who's our yoga and meditation instructor in Broome. So she'll be taking us through workshops every Sunday with yoga and meditation. Of course, we've got our awesome training sessions, our Cracker-inspired sessions that everybody can participate in each club. And then finally, we will have our online workouts coming on board as well. So they're our virtual workouts. So some of them will be live, some of them will be uploaded. But for those of you that will be traveling, and we all know our lives in the Northwest, we all move around quite a bit. So you will have that ability to be able to come on board and train. So let's get into nutrition, because that is what tonight is all about. So I am so happy to introduce Jess Wilson from Paradigm Shift Nutrition. Jess is the founder of this business, and she works passionately with changing people's lives and changing people's health through nutrition and through good food. And in her very own words, and Jess, I have to read this, she empowers individuals to reconnect to their bodies and rebuild their health through the power of nutrition. So we are super lucky to have Jess on board with us once again. This is your third year, Jess.
I know. I can't believe it.
The meal plans have already been uploaded. You guys have already got those. And the comments that are coming through our closed Facebook page are, you know, a lot of people have said, Jess, we thought you nailed it last year, but this year it just looks even better. So we're really, really excited to have you on board. Thank you.
Thank you.
I am going to pass you over to Jess now. Jess is going to take it over and walk us through the meal plans. You will have 2 in your inboxes, and so Jess will walk us through both of those and which suits what person to take those on. And then at the very end, I'll just come back on and just make sure that we work through those checklists of what we need to do before we kick off on Monday. So Jess, I'll hand it over to you. Thank you very much.
Okay, amazing. Thank you, Sin. Hi, everyone. Oh my gosh, like Cindy said, this is my 3rd year doing Cracker. I am so excited. It's one of my favorite times of the year. And this year particularly is very special for all of us, I think, coming together going into the last quarter of the year. Actually, in my seminar notes, you guys, the first sentence that I wrote was 2020, what a year. It's been absolutely huge. And I was having a good think today about Cracker. You know, we're doing it slightly differently this year, me jumping in and doing these virtual roadshows for you guys. And really, it's just about bringing everybody back together. It's just about having that paradigm shift from all the nonsense that's gone on and everything that we've all gone through, and making our bodies a priority again, making our health a priority again. I'll share with you guys a funny story. I was talking to a school mum the other day, and then we'll get into talking about our nutrition plan tonight. I was talking to a school mum the other day, and we were talking about 2020, and she was saying about how difficult she's found it looking after herself in the midst of all the mental chaos, the news, the media, the changes, the lack of holidays, all of these things that we've all gone through, and how it's been such a struggle and a challenge for her to look after her body, to eat right, to stick in her exercise routine. And we were having a good laugh about it. And I said to her, you know, it's like a blender. We're all cruising along, and every now and again somebody's pressing the button on the blender, and you kind of go, oh, what's happened now? And it's really difficult to stay steady amongst all of that chaos, to look after ourselves, to nourish ourselves properly, to keep a positive mindset, you know, to sleep and all of those things, manage our stress, keep exercising. And the beautiful thing about Cracker and what the team at Life and Soul do for you guys is that it's all laid out for you, and we are there to support you. You're not on your own. You get your meal plan. You get connected to these amazing exercise classes. You have this community of support. You have all of us behind you, backing you all the way. And so you never have to feel like you're doing it alone again. And that's the thing that I love the most about Cracker. I do a lot of programs and I've never come across anything quite like this. So well done, you guys, for being here. As I said, we're not alone. We're all together in this. We're going to cross the finish line together. If you've got friends that haven't signed up yet and you want to bring them on board, please listen to the seminar tonight and then go and grab them, bring them in, and let's see if we can razzle up a bit of a community to get through the next 6 weeks, because that's what Cracker's all about, doing it together. So yeah, I'm super excited. Like Cindy said, my name's Jess Wilson. I run a business called Paradigm Shift Nutrition. I've been doing that for about 4 years now. And it's a mostly online practice. I have a practice here in Perth. I consult all over the world. And I'm a functional nutritionist. And what that means is that I specialize on rebuilding people from the inside out, not just about diet plans, not just about 12 weeks of clean eating. It's really about lifestyles and about rebuilding your body and taking back your health. That's what I'm really passionate about. And that's what I'm here to do for you guys. I'm a busy mum. Very, very busy mum. I'm an avid runner. I do a lot of functional training. My practice keeps me extremely busy. I do one-on-one consulting. I do coaching programs, meal plans, public speaking, gut testing. I'm a microbiome specialist. So there's a lot in there. And I know what it's like to be a busy mum who's on the run, trying to eat healthy, trying to do it for her family. I had an extensive journey with my 2 boys who went through a really rough time for many years medically. And it brought me to my why. And something that we're really passionate about as you start this program is really thinking about why you're here. What's brought you to Cracker? Why do you need help? What was that moment that you went, yep, okay, I've got to sign up, I've got to do this thing? Because holding on to your why is the thing that often gets you through as we go. For me, I want to be someone that's truly inspirational. I want to educate people about the power of food and how good it can make you feel when you eat clean, creating a platform for global change so that we don't just do these things as a diet, but as a sustainable lifestyle. So I hope you guys will find that you'll use the meal plan over and over again. And one of the biggest things that I've learned, and probably something that's brought you to Cracker as well, is the fact that we're not invincible and we need help sometimes, and we do break. And sometimes the remedy for being happy and healthy is actually quite simple. You know, the foundations of eating healthy and getting your training and your exercise in and drinking your water and sleep and stress management and those sorts of things. But we seem to make simple really difficult, and sometimes we lose our way. And I hope that Cracker is the paradigm shift that you need to bring you back to those foundations. We're going to support you along the way. There's going to be loads of motivation on that Facebook page every day. Your clubs are there to get behind you. Obviously, the meal plan and me to support you in a nutritional sense. Cindy and the team at Life and Soul, we're all just right behind you guys. So stick with us. It's going to be amazing. Designing the meal plan this year, I really wanted to think about 2020, what we've all been through, and give you guys some great options that you can use to feed your families, things that were easy, that you could cook, batch cook, things that you could eat on the run, things where you might be able to transition from eating lots of carbohydrates into a more clever carbohydrate approach. So you'll see that it's very well-rounded this year. There's options there for everyone, and I'm going to talk through all of those as well. A little bit of Nutrition 101, you guys. Why do we need to eat clean? And I'll just be checking the comments as we go in case we have any questions. Feel free to pop them on, guys. I'm happy to answer anything as we go. But why do we need to eat clean? You know, really your body is like a vehicle. And if you put diesel in a petrol engine, you're going to shudder all the way to the finish line. That's as simple as it gets in a nutrition sense. We were designed to run on clean food. We were designed to run on nutrients, and that's where we function at our best. And often when we talk about function and performance, we think of athletes. We think of, the highly tuned athlete, or the guy that can lift really heavy in the gym, or the person that can run really fast. But really, function is just about being your best. It's about thinking clearly. It's about having the energy to get through your day. It's about being happy. It's about having motivation to move, to put your trainers on and go to the gym. It's about feeling comfortable in your own skin, whatever that looks like for you, because we're all different. So eating clean is not just for elite people. It's for all of us. And when we can tidy up our diets and get rid of the refined stuff and the sugar and heaps of alcohol and coffee, and taking away all the preservatives and the processed foods and all those toxins, what happens is that we open up the best version of ourselves. We allow ourselves to function better. We think more clearly, we have more energy, we feel happier, we move better, we're not as stiff and inflamed and tired all the time. And that itself becomes a bit of a domino effect, because the better you feel, the more you go to the gym. The more you go to the gym, the better you feel, the better you sleep, the happier you feel, and it becomes a bit of a cycle. So what we want to do with Cracker is we want to get out of the cycle of not looking after ourselves and feeling tired and sluggish and heavy and brain fogged all the time. And we want to get into a cycle of feeling good. And the way that we do that is by consciously choosing the right fuel for our engine every single day, because it's an input versus output thing. When you put the right fuel in, you're going to get the best output. So that's really as simple as it is, you guys. You put the good fuel in and you're going to be a race car to the finish line in whatever capacity that is for you. We want every single person to finish Cracker feeling like the best version of themselves. And the first thing that's going to get you there is your nutrition and what's on the end of your fork. So make that a priority. We're going to be talking, of course, you've got your beautiful training that you do at the clubs. We're going to be talking along the way about stress management and mental health and sleep and all the other pieces of the puzzle too. So I'm going to jump into talking about the meal plan now, guys. If you have any questions, please jump on and let me know. If I miss them, I will go back, particularly if you tag me, I'll go back and I'll answer them afterwards. But hopefully you can see that it's pretty clearly laid out. So I've got a copy of the meal plan in front of me here. You guys are welcome to follow along if you want to. Otherwise, I'll keep it as simple as I possibly can. So you'll see on page 3 that we've got some basic nutritional guidelines. This is just about doing things like cleaning out your pantry early, making sure that you prioritize your protein every day. I've just got the plant one there, so I'll get the other one. Prioritizing your protein is going to be a big theme of Cracker this year, guys, so you'll hear me talk about it a lot. Protein keeps us full. It helps to build lean muscle mass, which helps us to burn fat and get lean. It helps to stabilize our sugar cravings, helps to build our happy hormones and make us feel happier, so we definitely want to be prioritizing our protein. The nutrition guidelines that are in your meal plan are very general. So each one of you guys will get a handout for either strength and hypertrophy, which is muscle building, or weight loss, depending on your goals. So you'll have your main meal plan. Everybody will have the same one this year. And then you'll have these breakout sort of handouts that you'll get depending on whether you're wanting to lose weight or focus more on strength and muscle building. And those handouts, I'll run you guys through them. Those handouts are how you tweak your meal plan to get the most out of it for your own personal goals. Okay? But the main meal plan is really there to teach you about nutrition and to give you a platform and a basis to work from. And of course, loads of recipes. Amy, you haven't received your meal plan. It is via email. I'm sure the guys from Life and Soul can jump on and help you with that. So going through your guidelines, guys, really the biggest thing I can tell you is just really starting to eat to hunger. A lot of the time we overeat or sometimes we undereat because we're on the run. So as you go through to Cracker, no matter what the guidelines are for each stage, please make sure that you're listening to your body and doing what feels right for you. And if you need help along the way, just reach out to me and I'll be there. Okay, you'll see that we have a handy portion guide in there that tells you how much of what to eat at every meal. I don't think there should be any questions around that. You have the option to track your meals on an app called Carbon. Carbon was designed by a guy called Professor Lane Norton, who is highly regarded in these fields, and it's the best app tracker out there at the moment. If you want to track your meals just for a few days to see if you're getting close to your protein intake or just to see how you're going, you can do, but it's absolutely not essential. Just there as an option for you guys, okay? So let's talk about the meal plan, guys. As a general overview, it's a 6-week plan that's divided into 3 stages. Each one of those stages is 2 weeks long. And traditionally with Cracker, we've done the first 2 weeks as a bit of a detox and a cleanse, the second 2 weeks to really kick into that fat burning mode, and then the last 2 weeks to really drive home towards our goals. So that is pretty much the way that it's structured, okay? Having said that, when we talk about stage 1, I've included some recipes and options in there for you guys if you want to hit your training really hard out of the gates. Instead of going through that awful detox. So we're going to talk about all of that. But as a general overview, it's a 6-week meal plan. You do each stage for 2 weeks and then you move on to the next stage, okay? You can carry recipes forward from the previous stage. So if you're going into stage 2 and you have a favorite juice or a favorite salad from stage 1, you can carry that forward. That's absolutely fine. But we can't skip ahead. So the meal plan is designed to be followed in stages, okay? The other thing about the meal plan, just to clarify, is that the guidelines are provided for you in the stages, as well as all the recipes and a shopping planner. You guys get to choose your recipes. So you pick what looks good for you, what will work with your lifestyle. If you're a smoothie person in the morning because you're really busy, or if you prefer to have a nice big protein-filled breakfast, tweaking to the guidelines that you'll be given for weight loss and for strength. The idea is that you choose the recipes based on what works for you, your families, your lifestyle, your shifts, that sort of thing, okay? For those guys that are shift workers, I'll help you out along the way with what to do. So as we move through those 3 stages, You guys, at each stage, there'll be guidelines telling you what to do next and what to focus on next. And I'll go through those with you in a minute. You'll see we've got some handy lists of foods to avoid, foods to include, foods to limit. So if we talk about the big guns for a minute, alcohol, coffee, sugar. So these are the things that people find the hardest in the first week. Stage 1, we recommend that there's no coffee allowed, and that's to give your body and your liver a break from the caffeine, okay? The meal plan itself doesn't have any refined sugar, so you'll be off the sugar for 6 weeks. And with regards to alcohol, I've put some alcohol in the limitations, in the foods to limit, but really, we encourage you to have a dry 6 weeks if you can. I know that there are options for a couple of tap out days if you have an event or a birthday or something to go to. But if you can go dry, it's a really, really great opportunity to do that. So we really encourage you guys to do that if you can. Okay. If not, there are low carb alcohol options provided under the foods to limit. So you guys can see that there. Talking about those big guns, let's cover it early, okay? Have some tips for you guys in terms of coming off the sugar, the carbs, the coffee, and the alcohol. And my best tip for you, I say this every year, is wean early. So if you're a coffee drinker, cut down your coffee now. If you're having 4 cups a day, cut down to 2. Slowly start weaning yourself to decaf or half strength so that by the time you get to next Monday, you're not going cold turkey on the caffeine withdrawals, okay? Same thing with your sugar. You guys, don't binge this weekend and eat everything that's in the house because it's going to make your first 3 days really tough. And we all have a bit of a laugh and a joke about it, knowing that, you know, the detox is going to be really hard. You're going to be hit with headaches. You're going to be really tired. But if you do it gently and start now, it actually makes it a lot more pleasant, and it means you can train. Because if you go really hard from Monday and your body's feeling really awful as a result, you might miss out on a few days of training. So if you're really wanting to focus on your training, I suggest that you start weaning now, clean out your pantry, things like switching from chocolate to dark chocolate, having protein alongside your carbohydrates this week, cutting down on your decaf, cutting down your coffee, switching to decaf, and starting to get a lid on that alcohol intake. You will thank me for it come Monday. Jess, does no coffee include pre-workout? Yes, for stage 2, that's correct. You'll see in, for stage 1, you'll see in stage 2 that coffee comes back. I talk about bulletproof coffee, and black coffee as a pre-workout as well is absolutely fine. Somebody asked, is MyFitnessPal okay too? Yes, MyFitnessPal is absolutely fine. Guys, with Carbon, it does have a membership fee, but I believe that you can sign up for 30 days free and then just cancel it. But yep, MyFitnessPal is a really good tracker as well, so you can use that for sure. Gina, tea's okay. Herbal teas, you'll see are in the foods allowed list. Herbal teas are absolutely fine, but not black tea or green tea because they contain caffeine. So just watch for those. All right, guys. So talked about the big guns: coffee, alcohol, sugar, transitioning off of sugar. For example, things like switching white potato to sweet potato, white rice for brown rice, adding protein alongside your carbs this year. They're all the thing this week. They're all the things that can really help to get you safely coming off of that sugar train. Switch chocolate for dark chocolate, okay? So prepping yourself this week before you start is something that can really enable your success in that first week. Does anybody have any general questions about the meal plan just before I jump into stage by stage? Just let me know if you do, and I'm happy to answer them. So 3 stages, 2 weeks long each, 6 weeks in total. You guys choose your recipes as you go. You can take recipes forward from the stage you've just completed and take them with you, but no jumping ahead, okay? Alrighty. Let's jump into the stages. Okay, so stage 1, we start Monday. Super exciting. Just before I do that, guys, don't forget there's a note on your meal plan about hydration, okay? Prioritize your water intake every single day. Every single day. Fill up those water bottles, have them sitting on your counter so that you can visually see how much you're drinking. Don't fall off the water train. Increase your water intake as you're exercising, and you'll see that I've got some drink recipes on that page for replacing your electrolytes and also your carbs after heavy workout, your carbs and sugars. Okay, let's see. Hillary has asked, Jess has asked, can you still have protein powder after workouts? Jess, yes, you will see on your individual handout. I don't know if you're doing strength or weight loss. On your individual handout, I have recommended whether you should or you shouldn't have protein after workout. For weight loss, you would only have a protein shake after your workout if you're heavily depleted. Given that we're wanting to restrict our calories slightly. So you can do if you're feeling depleted or before bedtime. But if you're doing strength and hypertrophy, then definitely, yes, you will be having a protein shake after workout. Hillary, can we mix between the plant-based and the meat version? You can do. Yeah, absolutely, if you want to. Hillary, I'd question why. So maybe you just want to message me on that, why you were wanting to jump between plant-based and meat-based. But ultimately, I'd like you to prioritize your protein, whether it's plant protein, protein powder, or meat. We definitely want to be hitting our protein. Mandy said the same. Can you jump between the two, vegetation and meat? Look, you could use the plant-based one for the first 2 weeks as a bit of a detox. But again, guys, if you're wanting lean muscle mass in order to burn fat, then we need to be prioritizing protein. So really, the plant-based program is there for people that are strictly vegan and vegetarian. Otherwise, I don't really recommend it. Okay, so let's jump into stage 1, starting Monday. All right, guys, so the whole idea about stage 1 is that it's just a transition to whole foods. We're getting off the processed foods, off the junk that we've been eating, and we're going into eating heaps of proteins, healthy fats, brightly colored fruits and vegetables. And I've given some options in there for transitioning. You know, I've done a cereal. If you're a cereal eater and you're really struggling with time in the morning, there's a healthy cereal that you can make. There's a pancake recipe. There's a porridge if you're an oats person. So they all are higher carb options there for transitioning. For stage 1, though, if you're wanting to attack it aggressively and do a bit of a detox, this is what I would do. Everybody starts the day with a lemon tonic because that's what gets the digestive juices flowing and starts the detox process, right? If you're wanting to do more of a detox approach, which means light training, getting rid of all the muck in your body, clearing out your gut before you really start with your exercise, I would suggest that you're doing juices, smoothies, salads, bone broth. Okay, that would be my recommendation for you guys for those 2 weeks, is really focusing on salads and soups and smoothies and juices and really light meals, loads and loads of water. If you're wanting to jump into heavy training, really hit your exercise hard, you know, straight out the bat, you're wanting to get in the gym every day, then I would recommend that you choose more of the nourishing meals, more of the mains, more of the higher carb options. For example, the sweet potato salad or the gluten-free porridge. And that applies also if you're someone that's really sensitive to sugars and you have mad sugar cravings all the time. I would suggest that you transition with those healthy carb options instead of just going straight into juicing and salads and that sort of thing. Okay, is that clear for everyone? So if you're in stage 1, if you're wanting to do more of a detox and take it easy with your training for the first week, I recommend the juicing, the smoothies, the soups, the salads. If you're wanting someone that's wanting to get into your training straight away, and or you struggle with getting rid of those carbs, I would suggest that you pick more of the carb heavy options like sweet potato and the porridge and those mains. There's a curry in there. There's a cauliflower pasta bake with buckwheat pasta. So you've got options in there to help you transition into healthier carb versions and to fuel your training as well. Okay. Let me just jump into some of the questions. I'll cover stage 3 in the vegan meal plan. There isn't. The vegan meal plan only has 2 stages, and each one of those is 3 weeks long. Okay, so plant-based meal plan, you'll be doing 2 lots of 3 weeks, and for everybody else, we're doing 3 lots of 2 weeks. Okay, greenish bananas, I suggest those because they're higher in resistant starch, which is great for your gut, and much lower in sugar. So that's why, just slightly green on the skin. Okay, do we get specific weight loss or strength training at our health assessment? The guys at Life and Soul can answer that, but I believe so, yes. Once you've had your assessment, you know what you're doing, you've set your goal, then you'll get your specific handout. And I've put example meal plans on there. Guys, I know a lot of you go, just tell me what I should eat. On your handout, I've put examples there of what a typical day would look like for you, depending on which way you're going, okay? Carly, lemon tonic, would I have this before training if I train at 4:30 or after? You would have it before, half an hour before at 4 a.m. Okay, guys, so stage 1, like I said, no coffee and no alcohol in stage 1 is our recommendation. No alcohol for the 6 weeks if you can manage it. You're starting your day with the lemon tonic. You can consume as many juices as you like in this stage. That's there for extra nutrients, for cleansing your gut, for detox. Prioritizing your protein means that I really want you having protein at every meal. Okay, even if you're having a smoothie, that's where the protein powders come in. We'll cover supplements. So stage 1, you guys, beautiful, nourishing whole foods in there. Like I said, you've got 2 options starting Monday. Okay, you can either go into more of a detox type regime with light meals, soup, salads, and juices, or you can go more of a carb transition, hitting your training really hard and picking from the heavier options in there. If anyone's unclear on that, just let me know and I'm happy to help. Okay, so that is stage 1. Then moving into stage 2, guys, by the time you get to stage 2, you really should be feeling that your energy levels are a lot more stable. Once we get off that carb and sugar roller coaster for 2 weeks, you should be finding that you can go longer without food, that you don't need to snack as much. Your energy levels should be increasing. And this is the time that you can start to incorporate advanced strategies if you want to, like a bulletproof coffee. So coffee comes back in stage 2. Everybody make a note, no more than 1 coffee a day, preferably before 8 a.m. or 10 a.m. in the morning, okay? I recommend a bulletproof coffee if you're going to do a coffee in stage 2, which is basically just a long black with a bit of fat, kicks your body into fat burning mode, slight appetite suppressant, so it's great for training fasted unless you're doing strength and hypertrophy, in which case you'll be training fed. But a bulletproof coffee is a great way to kickstart your day. You don't have to. If you're a breakfast person, you carry on eating the breakfasts that are there for you in stage 2. By this stage, we're starting to look away from having juices in the morning because those juices can be high in fruits and high in sugars. So we're starting to move away from juices in the morning. Have your juices alongside your meals for extra nutrients or as snacks if you want to, if you're loving all those extra fruits and veggies, okay? But really starting to prioritize those fats and protein in the morning is what's going to get you the best results in stage 2, okay? So you'll see again on your handouts, which I'll talk about in a minute. So does anybody have any questions moving forward into stage 2? The idea of stage 2 is that you've come out of the first 2 weeks of transition. You're starting to feel good. You're snacking less. You've got more energy. And this is when we're really ready to step up our training. You guys, that's when you should be finding yourself in the gym a lot more often and feeling good. Just a quick note on stage 2. The guys at Life and Soul and I have talked about this. I'll answer questions in a minute. You're going to hit, many of us, you're going to hit the halfway mark and you're going to struggle. You're going to have days where you go, this is long, this is hard, I just want what I want. My partner's got a bag of chips on the couch. This is so unfair. You're going to hit a stage where you'll question whether you'll continue. You'll be tempted by things. Weekends will roll around and there'll be social occasions and you'll feel like the finish line is a long way away. Guys, we are there to support you. It's normal at the 3-week mark, 2.5 to 3.5 week mark. It's normal to have that moment where you feel like you're going to give up. Okay, you feel like it's all just too hard, and often this is where we disappoint ourselves. We fall off the wagon. We repeat the cycle of self-sabotage. We do the things we've always done and we get so disappointed. If you do that in stage 2, you come straight back to us, reach out to someone, reach out to your chief cracker, reach out to me, reach out to a friend. We will bring you back. But knowing that it's coming is sometimes a good way of preventing it from happening in the first place. So know that when you get to that halfway mark, you're gonna need a little bit of extra motivation to get you through, okay? And we will help you with that. I have a great saying for you guys. I'm just gonna pause and let you know this quickly. It's about self-respect, and I want you to remember this when you get to stage 2. Self-respect is about saying no to the situations, people, and things that don't nourish you. And it's about saying yes to the opportunities that stretch your comfort zone and open up new possibilities. And what that means is self-respect is about saying no to the things that are not good for you, like that late night or that big block of chocolate, and about saying yes to the possibility that you could do better, that you could cross the finish line, that you could feel better, that you could break the cycle that you've been in before. So I want you guys to remember that. I'll post that when we get to stage 2. I'll just do some questions and then we'll talk about stage 3. Kylie, how many of the recipes are new for this year? Almost all of them. There's adaptations and variations like the pancakes and that sort of thing. But Kylie, most of the recipes are new this year. The curry, I think there's a few that I've carried over or maybe adapted, but mostly they're all brand new. Tea instead of coffee. Yes, you can have tea and you can bulletproof your tea too. Are we meant to be eating to set macros or calories, or just as long as we hit our protein and feeling full but good? Yep, you nailed it. As long as you hit your protein every day and you're feeling good, you'll see on your individual handouts that I've given examples for grams of protein. And there's a portion guide for cups of veggies every day. So you want to be aiming for 4 to 6 cups of veggies a day, whether that's in juices or salads or meals. And you want to be prioritizing your protein. Your protein, guys, is on your handouts for weight loss and strength, okay? You can track your calories and your macros, but when it comes to calories, guys, it's a benchmark number. You can track your calories, but really the telltale sign is not the number itself, it's whether your weight's going down or up or staying the same. So someone could be 1,500 calories, someone of the exact same build could be 2,000 calories just because of differentiations in their metabolism, all kinds of things. But if you're eating correctly and you're wanting to lose weight, you'll go down. If you're starving hungry, then it's not correct. So you're 100% right. You want to just be prioritizing your protein, making sure that you're full but not overeating. I've got, again, notes on your handout, which we'll talk about in a minute, about if you tend to overeat. There are some strategies there for you and for knowing how much. Okay. All right, guys. And then moving into stage 3. Stage 3 is really where we drive it home. That's where we can bring forward our recipes from stage 1 and 2. You've got heaps available to you. There are some really good fueling recipes in there. And this is where we would expect you to really be smashing your training, feeling amazing, checking back in with your goals, reaching out to us if you need support, if things are not going according to plan. And by now, you shouldn't really have a need to snack or to be eating 3 meals and 2 snacks a day unless you're doing hypertrophy, okay? So just looking at that stage 3, guys, let me just bring it up. Definitely not doing juices in the morning. In stage 3, you want to be starting your day with fat and protein, okay? You're aiming for 2 to 3 meals. Really 2 meals and a snack for the average person is what you're aiming for by stage 3, okay? You're best to start your day with proteins and fats. And in stage 3, that's where you have the option to practice intermittent fasting. So we'll talk about that more when we get there. Guys, please, intermittent fasting is an option. It's not compulsory at all. And I definitely don't recommend it if you're wanting to bulk. If you're wanting to grow, then we wouldn't do fasting. But if you are wanting to lose weight, you're feeling good, you're feeling satisfied, your energy levels are stable, you don't need to be eating more than 2 meals and 1 snack a day. By stage 3, you can easily do fasting if you want to. If you don't want to, that's absolutely fine. As long as you're hitting your goals and you're keeping your hunger levels in check, then we're all good. Alrighty, so that's stage 3, you guys. So stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, you've got your guidelines in there. I've included options for pre and post workout in the meal plan, but also when you get your handouts, there are examples there, particularly for strength training. There are some very clear guidelines in there as to what we're doing. Does anybody have any questions on the meal plan? With the plant-based one, guys, I just want to reiterate, I don't know if you've all received the plant-based one as well as the main one. I would hope not, but I'm really only recommending the plant-based meal plan if you are a true vegan or vegetarian. Please don't follow that plan unless you have ethical reasons or particular reasons for being vegan or vegetarian. Otherwise, everybody else is following the main meal plan all together. And that brings me to our handouts. So depending on what you're doing, when you do your assessment and you decide whether you're doing more strength focused or more weight loss focused, you will receive a handout that looks like one of these, okay? And these handouts are optional extra tips to maximize that goal. Okay, so if you just follow this main meal plan with the portion guide that I've given you, you're going to feel amazing. You're going to do great. From a wellness perspective and a weight loss perspective and all of that, you're going to do great. If you're really wanting to drill down into those separate categories of heavy weight loss or strength training, then we've got some extra tips for you. Okay, and you will see that on those tips for you guys, I have outlined an example meal plan. For the weight loss, I've done it for each stage. So I've said, for example, you would have breakfast at 8, which would be a smoothie, and then lunch at 12 would be a salad, and then dinner at 6 would be any main meal with starchy root veggies, for example. So what I've done there for you guys in just giving you those guidelines to make it easy for you when you're navigating, when you're finding your feet in those first few days, okay? So there's tips in there about eating to hunger for weight loss, prioritizing your protein. This is where I've really talked about grams of protein, what a serving size of protein looks like, how much you would eat in a day, how to control your carbs if you're doing weight loss. So there's tips for that. Getting enough sleep, fiber, and then optimizing around your training, like we said, pre-workout, post-workout, that sort of thing, okay? So guys, when you get these handouts, remember that it's optional and additional alongside the meal plan. So you look at your meal plan, you pick your recipes, you plan your week, and then you pull out your handout and you go, okay, well, let me have a look at the example meal plan, or have I got enough fiber in there, or did I get my veggies? So what you're doing with these handouts is you're then fine-tuning over the next 6 weeks according to those specific goals. Does anyone have questions around the handouts? I'm not going to go through them because a lot of you guys haven't received them yet, but does anyone have questions around why we've done that or how we've done that? Let's have a look. Is there any way we can get the handout early? So I'm sure Cindy will answer that. Is bottled lemon juice okay to sub for fresh lemons? Yeah, it would be, Kiralee. Post on the notice board, see if anyone's got some lemons you can steal. But yeah, that's absolutely fine. Or otherwise, just apple cider vinegar in place of lemon you can do as well. Okay, so guys at Life and Soul, amazing as always, have said we can try and get those handouts out to you guys early, okay? Remember, if you just plan from the meal plan, you're going to be absolutely fine, but the handouts are there to help you optimize your goals, okay? Let's have a look. Kerry, Jess, I'm your smoothie girl. Can I ask, are there any of those that should only be a once a week type smoothie? Kerry, not really this year. We don't have any really high calorie smoothies. And again, just sticking to your handout, sticking to your goal. No, most of the smoothie recipes are okay. I think in stage 1, we've got a chocolate smoothie bowl, which is pretty good. But in general, smoothies are a great way to do the first couple of weeks. But after that, they're really for a few times a week and the odd snack. I prefer people to start their day with fat and protein with a savory breakfast if they can. All right, guys, so Life and Soul are going to organize to get those handouts to all of you tomorrow so that you can plan your meals. There's nothing different in there. It's just extra, okay? It's extra guidelines. It's going 150 grams of protein is a portion for you, or this much if you're doing strength and hypertrophy. So that's all it is. There's no new recipes. It's nothing different. It's just about tweaking it so that you can get your head around, how do I really optimize my weight loss journey? Or how do I really get lean? Or how do I get stronger? That's nutrition specific advice for those that I've done for you guys. I hope it's going to be helpful because it's the first year that we've done that. So that's the handouts, you guys. The last thing that I'm going to cover when I find it is we have also done for you guys a supplement schedule this year. In the last few years, we've had loads of supplements available alongside Cracker that we recommend also to help you optimize your journey. We can't always get everything we need from food. Sometimes we need a little bit of help, especially if we're broken. And this year we thought it would be helpful, or I thought it'd be helpful if we could do a schedule for you guys of not just what the supplements are and how much they cost, but what they're actually used for, so that you can look at it and you can go, well, yeah, that would work for me, or no, I don't really need that. So hopefully you've all got a copy of the supplement schedule by now. But just in a nutshell, what we're running with is the electrolytes, guys. I've done these last year and we're doing them again this year. It is critically important during Cracker that you stay functionally hydrated. The reason for that, there's 3 big reasons why you need to take electrolytes when you're up there in the heat and you're training. Number 1, weight loss. Your body will retain water when it's not hydrated properly, okay? Number 2 for electrolytes is performance and recovery. Electrolytes in the body are like the spark plugs that make everything go, okay? So can you imagine that if your car's spark plugs are not working and it's just not firing and your body just won't go, you're going to feel tired, you're going to feel sluggish, you're not going to recover correctly, okay? And the third reason that we do electrolytes for everyone is to make sure that we can get up and go again the next day, okay? So for energy, you will feel very, very, very tired if you are underhydrated or dehydrated. So the electrolytes are there. They should be in most of the clubs already, okay? This year, we're also doing essential amino acids, but I've done a vegan one so that we're covering everyone. There's a reason I do vegan ones, guys. Essential amino acids that come from animal sources can sometimes taste like a dead animal, and I really don't like the taste, so I found these ones which taste amazing. The reason we use essential amino acids, if you're doing strength training, you want to have protein or aminos circulating your body every 2 to 3 hours, so you can just put them in a drink, which is really handy. But they're really, really good for fat loss and sugar cravings, okay? They help that mid-morning and that mid-afternoon sugar craving and crash that you have. They really help to stabilize that. And they also help you to hit your protein intake without having to eat a whole bunch of food, okay? So you guys can have a look at those and you'll see that I've recommended them along the way. The guys at Life and Soul are stocking the True range again, which is amazing. We've got the vegan protein and the whey protein. Let me talk about the difference, okay? I always recommend the vegan protein, which is a pea and rice protein. The reason I do that is because the majority of people are looking to lose weight. Okay, really good detox. Pea protein is great for the gut, and that plant-based protein is much better for detox and weight loss. Whey protein, however, is really, really good for synthesis. It's really good for hypertrophy, for strength, for muscle building, if you can tolerate dairy. So if you're someone that can tolerate whey protein, you don't get constipated, doesn't mess with your gut, you don't get breakouts or eczema, that sort of thing, you can use the whey protein that Life and Soul are stocking this year, particularly more for growth, okay? Cow's milk makes you grow, so whey protein will make you grow. So if that's what you're wanting to do, then that's a protein option available to you if you can tolerate dairy. We've got a greens powder this year, you guys, which is really awesome for those of you who struggle with making juices every day. Some people love it. Some people, it's just a labor. If you don't want to make juices every day, particularly in stage 1, you can use the greens powder, and you can have that in place of any of the juices anytime throughout the 6 weeks alongside your meals for extra energy and extra nutrients. It's an amazing booster, and you can do it in place of the juices. If you're traveling, it's a really good option. So that one's there for you. That's the greens powder. There's a collagen supplement. You'll see all of my smoothies and my bulletproof coffee recipes have collagen. Collagen is heaven when it comes to training and nutrition, because almost everything in our body is made from it. It's great for your gut. It's great for your skin. It's great for your hair, your nails, for injury, for repair, for synthesis, you name it. Collagen's great for everything. It's kind of what I call the glow product. Just makes you shine, makes you glow. I have 2 tablespoons of collagen every single day in my life, and I'm a big fan of it. So you guys can use the collagen in your smoothies if you want to. And the last thing we've got is the bone broth. Any of you that are not wanting to make your own, I'm sending up instant sachets of bone broth, so you can use those for snacks. You can use it for pre and post workout. You can use it for making soups and broth bowls. So just trying to make it as easy and convenient as we can for you guys. Make sure that you get the most out of this program. Make sure that you've got the right supplemental support from real good, clean sources. We've done a lot of work sourcing this stuff for you guys. So make sure that you're going over that supplement schedule and having a look at what you might need, and just pop into your club. You can get everything there. Some things are there this week, and if not there this week, everything will be there by next week. Okay. Yeah, greens powder, super convenient, guys. The collagen and the aminos, please. If you struggle with sugar cravings, if you struggle with eating protein, if you struggle with energy, if you struggle with muscle definition, you always feel like you can't quite get lean, please jump on the aminos. They're amazing for fat loss and for sugar cravings. All right, guys. So for the meal plan, that's it. I hope it makes lots of sense to you. I hope you guys are excited. I promise you all the recipes are tried and tested on my family in my kitchen. I'm super excited to bring this program to you guys. I've seen year after year what it does for people, and it really is life-changing. The thing about Cracker is that it's not just an online meal plan that you buy or an online program that you follow. It's a community of people that want to see you win. Between Cindy, myself, the team at Life and Soul, everyone behind the scenes that spends months and months and months putting the stuff together, we start prepping for Cracker the day that the last one finishes. And we do it for you guys. We want you to feel amazing. We want you to be the best versions of yourselves. We want you to win. We are there. We are supporting you. We're behind you. Even though we're distant, we are still together. And it's going to be amazing, you guys. So please reach out, ask your questions this week as you get your handouts, your meal plans, everything else. Post on the group, lift each other up. And I will leave you guys before Cindy jumps back in and wraps it up. I'll leave you guys with one of my favorite sayings about getting through. So you take the fear and you take the doubt. You know, that fear that we can't do it or that we're going to fail like we did before, the doubt that you have in yourself, that lack of self-belief. It's a maths equation. You take the fear and the doubt and you add the willingness to change. You add some grit, you add some guts, and you multiply that by your action, and that's what gets you the results. And when you do, we'll be right there at the finish line with you guys. So welcome on board, everyone. Tag some people that haven't signed up yet. Get them on board with you. Make sure they know how amazing it's going to be. They don't want to miss out. And if you have any questions, we're all right here for you, okay? Over to you, Sin.
Oh, my goodness. Please, everybody, give Jess a big love heart. Get them. Thank you, Jess. That was absolutely amazing. Like we said before, last year's meal plans were absolutely phenomenal, and I think this year is going to kazump. So thank you so much for all that info, and then just really breaking down the nutritional plans into simplicity, because, you know, with Google out there these days, it can get really, really confusing, and we have lots of different questions coming through about nutrition. But when you break it down as simply as what you did, it kind of all makes sense. And we've just Just got to clean our pantries out now, don't we? And order more collagen. Get our head around that.
Do you mean put in the bin or put in our mouths?
No, in the bin. There was a video today, I can't remember who put it up, but they pulled their veggie shelf out and started cleaning out the veggies, and underneath all the veggies, there was all this chocolate, and all this chocolate went into the bin as well. Yes, but everybody, please get your head around everything that Jess has just said. We will be loading this up so you can rewatch it. We will be coming back on again on Thursday night at 6 p.m. So please come back and join us. You are more than welcome to come back and watch all 3 episodes. And we're also coming on again at Friday 10 a.m. as well, so you can jump on as well. And, you know, as you can see that lots of people ask lots of different questions, and no question is a silly question. We're all in this together, so you might pick up something new in the next lot of seminars that Jess will be taking as well. Okay, what now? I think number 1 is, Jess has said it, is to, you know, let's go and clean out our pantries and make sure all of the stuff that we don't want in our pantries goes into the bin. Please check that you have booked in for your health assessments with your trainer at your club. Please check that you know when your fitness testing is. So Port Hedland, you're having yours this Sunday at 7:30 a.m. at Kumbana Lookout, and you don't need to book for that. You can just turn up. Karratha, your fitness testing is this Saturday at 6:30 a.m. at Flinders Park. You don't need to book for that, so just turn up. Derby, please contact Nicole at the Derby Club. She is your chief cracker, Nicole at lifeandsoul.com.au. She will be able to direct you as to where that fitness testing is in Derby. And Broomies, yours is at the club, and we've got 3 sessions for you to choose from in your fitness testing: 6 a.m, 6:45 or 10 a.m. on Saturday. Please can you book? Please can you book for that? Because in Broome to date, and it's Tuesday, we've got 150 of you to look after. So it's massive. It's massive in all clubs, but we're just really, really conscious of the numbers that are coming through in Broome, which is absolutely fantastic. Your journals. I have a lot of questions about, will we receive our journals? Yes, you will receive your journals at your health assessment. So please make sure that your PT or your trainer gives you one of those. They are just wonderful little booklets that you can record all of your thoughts, all of your goals, and your journey of the next 42 days in that journal. And that journal is to be used not just in the 42 days, but as you move forward into 2021 as well. So please make sure you want to grab one of those little guys. Your training sessions. Now we really need to think hard about how you're going to train from Monday to Sunday, keeping in mind that if you're an F45er, you can just train at F45. You also have the option to train at Life and Soul. If you are a Life and Souler, we're going to look after you at Life and Soul with our Cracker-inspired sessions. So please look out on the closed Facebook page for the Cracker-inspired sessions. They are your training sessions. That is where we are encouraging all of the Christmas crackers to go to support each other within our community. So in Karratha and Port Hedland, you'll find those on your Soul Zone page, on your Soul Zone timetable. In Broome, you'll find them on your group fitness timetable. And in Derby, please contact Nicole at Life and Soul once again. She'll be able to let you know when those Cracker-inspired sessions are. The next thing you need to put into your training program is your Super Saturday session. It is compulsory and essential that you go to that session. We want as many crackers as possible going to that session. In Broome, it's on Saturday. Karratha, yours is Saturday. Port Hedland, yours is Sunday, and Derby, yours is Saturday. Please check with your chief crackers on those times, but we would love to see lots of great big group photos of that training session for Super Saturdays. And the most important thing is to think about, as Jess spoke about, your why, your goals. Why are you really doing this? When you signed up, I know we have all these subconscious thoughts of why we need to do Christmas Cracker. Our regulars that come back year after year, you know what the gig is, you know what this is all about. You kind of have already got your why and your goals sorted. But for our new community members, it's really important to think, you know, what am I going to get out of this? What do I want to take from these 42 days that I can move forward into 2021? Please remember, we've got that mental health focus with Kylie Ann Farrell coming through. We really recognise and appreciate that it has been a really tough year for so many people, and that's why we've brought in that strong theme to help all of us, regardless of who we are. in the team. The closed Facebook page, please make sure that you have access to that. I know obviously lots of you are on it right now watching this. As Jess has said, you know, it is a wonderful community, the Cracker community. Jess said she's never seen anything quite like it. Myself, 30 years in the industry, I've never seen anything quite like it, and it just kind of grows and grows and grows every year, which is a really humbling and an incredibly inspiring thing to be a part of. So if you know someone that needs to be a part of our group and needs a little bit of help to get them moving in the right direction and eating a little bit better than what they are, then please reach out to them, let them know we are completely normal people, and we've all had our ebbs and flows, especially this year, and that's why we're back doing Cracker once again. Just very quickly, the other side of Christmas Cracker is we have a wonderful business community that also helps us within Cracker as well, our small business community. They're the ones that step up and want to be a part of Cracker by donating incredible prizes. I just want to send out a massive shout out to Cassie Perry in Karratha. She is once again sponsoring, and I cannot believe that she's coming on board with us again to sponsor Karratha and Port Hedland with amazing travel vouchers, considering the year that she has had. Thank you, Cassie. And Jamie from Broom Scooter Hire, he's donating a scooter for all the Broom guys, for the winners of the Broom guys. And Eco Beach Resort, they're donating a weekend for 2 for the Derby winners. Plus, so many other businesses coming on board. And it really is a humbling thing, especially what our economy has gone through this year. I think the small business community, the feedback that they give me is that they love to be part of Cracker because they feel like they're giving back to the community and helping their community in the sense of feeling well and feeling great heading into the next year. So thank you to all of our business community. Okay, I think that is about it. If anyone has got any questions, MyZone monitors, yes, you will need to use your MyZone monitor to be picked up in the Life and Soul Health Clubs. Lionheart won't register within Life and Soul, but MyZone will register in F45. So if you would like to be part of our MyZone challenges within the Cracker community, please pick up one of those MyZone belts, and absolutely phenomenal fitness wearable. It really is one of the best in the world. So if you really want to track your fitness as you go along, as Jess said, the Carbon app is one of the best she's seen. I'm the same with MyZone, so please grab one of those. And I think that's probably about it. Has anyone got any other questions at all regarding Cracker?
Is everyone excited?
Give us a thumbs up if you're excited.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, let's move forward. Everyone's busy. We know that, as we said, let's start cleaning out our pantries, as Jess has suggested, start detoxing off caffeine and our sugars to make it easier for Monday. And, you know, it is going to be a wonderful 42 days. Please know that we are all here, our tribe from Life and Soul, our tribe from F45, and it's not just in the Northwest, it's also Callum and his team down in F45 Leaderville. It's also Bess and her team in F45 Darwin and Palmerston that are right on board with us as well. Every one of our staff are on board with all of you. They're all super excited, and they just want to get you through 2020 on the other side, and then let's start 2021 fresh and moving forward with some fresh goals, fresh vision, and some fresh inspiration, which I'm sure that you're all going to be able to take from Cracker. All right, I think that's it, Jess. Anything else?
No, that's all good. Yeah.
Right, you're good. Okay, if you would like to watch this again, same information with maybe a bit of a different flavour, pop on again Thursday 6 p.m. or Friday 10 a.m. If you've got any questions, please contact your Chief Cracker. They are the guys to go to. Jody in Karratha, Kira in Port Hedland, myself and Sue Ford. I think Sue Ford's on somewhere, and Nicole in Derby. They are the guys that know everything about Cracker, so please contact them. But other than that, I think we're going to say good night. If you are lying in bed tonight and think, oh, I should have asked that, jump onto our closed Facebook page and tap in the question, and there will be someone there answering you pretty much straight away. So very good. We will see you all soon. Okay. Bye.
See you Monday.
Good luck.